Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. I have this Pixel controller in front of me again. So we're going to be working on part 2 of this today. We're going to be installing lots of these things. These things right here. They are called cable glands. But first, for anyone who did not see my stream my last stream, I think that was about a week ago, you're probably thinking right now, what are pixels and why do they need to be controlled? So pixels are basically special Christmas lights, and they change colors, but not only do they change colors, every single light on the string can change a different color, so that lets you do all kinds of cool effects and stuff. And so I have a big Christmas light show every year, and right now I use normal Christmas lights, but I'm going to be trying out some of these special lights this year, and all my lights flash to music and everything. So this is going to be the controller that tells the pixels what to do and makes them flash to music. So for next thing, for anyone who watched my last stream, I did work on this just a little bit since then. So I noticed that this top plate was a little bit too high up. There was a lot of extra room under it, and the controller that's going to go up here. So there's going to be power supply on the bottom, just one for now. And I don't know if you can see this, but there's a clear plexiglass thing that's a couple inches above the bottom. And on top of that, right here is going to go the Pixel controller itself, which is basically just a circuit board. And there wasn't enough room for that on the top, and there was too much room on the bottom. So I shortened these studs here that are going to hold the power supply in place because they were longer than they needed to be, and they would have hit this. And then these black spacers on the corners that hold this piece up, I just shortened those a little bit so that they fit better. So now, what are cable glands? Well, let me see if I can find one here. Here we go. This is a cable gland, and basically what it does is it waterproofs the connection where you run a cable through a box like this. So anytime you have some kind of waterproof box and you need to get cables in or out of it, you obviously need to do that somehow without creating just a massive leak. So that's what you use these for. So you unscrew this nut here and you drill a hole of the correct size through the box, and then you put this through the hole, and there's a little rubber gasket here that seals it really nicely. And then you put this nut on here and tighten that down so there's no leaks there. Then you stick your cable through here, through this hole in the side. And I don't know how well you can see this on camera. Let me zoom in here. There's these little finger things here at the end. And inside of that is a little rubber. It almost looks like a little piece of rubber tubing or something. It's just a little rubber round piece that the cable goes through. So this top piece that goes on here, it has like a cone shape in the inside of it. So when you tighten this down on there, it squeezes all these little fingers in like this, and it squeezes that rubber piece around the cable, and that makes a really nice seal around the cable there. So we're going to be putting lots of these onto this box. So there's going to be a bunch on the front of the box here that is going to be where the pixels connect to. So there's going to be 18 cables that come out of the front of this. Well, I think there's just going to be not 18, 16. And I think there's just going to be 8 for now, but I'm going to add extra ones of these, and then I'll just put a little filler thing in here to seal this off for now, so that way they're all there ready to go for if I ever add the other 8. And then on this side, on the left side, there's just going to be one right about here, and that's going to be for the main power input. And then on the other side, on this side, I'm going to have a bunch of special cable glands. They're a different type, and they're these things here. And what these are for is it's basically a pass-through for an RJ45 connector, which is can be used for Ethernet or a couple different things. And so I'm gonna have, I think I'm putting 4 there right now, but I'm going to mark spots to put like I think 7 total, again, for if I want to add more in the future, because I might have to. And there's going to be 1 for Ethernet into here, which is where this is going to receive the signal from my computer that's actually controlling the entire show goes. And then there's going to be 2 of these that output data to these things called differential receivers. And basically what they are is they're like a little pixel controller that has just a couple channels on it, so it can control like, say like 4 strings, usually like 4 strings of pixels. And then you can just run a single cable out to that box, the differential receiver, and then that box can be closer to where the lights are actually going to be. And that's good for lights for pixels that are farther away from the main controller, because the pixel data by itself cannot run very far. But if you use these differential receivers, then it can go much, much farther. And also you only have to run 1 cable, and then you run power separately. So there's going to be 2 for that. And then there's going to be 1 for DMX, which is basically a protocol used for controlling stage lighting, but can be used for other things too. And like I have some controllers for older, like normal Christmas lights that use DMX. That's pretty common for those. And I also have a couple of other things. I actually have a snow machine in my display that uses DMX, and some different lights and things. So I just need 1 DMX output that can cover all of those. So I have printed out some templates here for where the holes are going to go. So like this is for on the front where I said there's 16. So we gotta drill all of these holes. We'll tape this on there, mark it, and then drill all of these holes out here, and then put the cable glands in. And the same thing, this is for the right side where those special RJ45 ones are going to go, and then this is for the power connector on the left side. So I think we should start smallest to biggest, and so the smallest size, mostly because I have my drill bit that I'm using as a step bit marked at the 2 different sizes. And we kind of have to go smallest to biggest so I can take the tape off in order. So this one's going to go on the front like this, and it's going to get taped in place, and then we'll mark all of those. So I'm going to start doing that. Alright, so there's that one there. It doesn't have to be on super well since I'm just going to mark it. So I'm going to use this thing called an automatic center punch. And how this works is you put it on there where you want to mark, and then you push down, and it makes a clicking noise like that. And it's spring loaded, and it basically just punches a little like circle. So you'll see like a little dent where you want the drill bit to go, and that's super easy to just put the drill bit in there and it won't try to walk away on you. So I'm going to go ahead and mark all of these on here. Alright, now that I have all those marked, we should be able to take this pattern off and see all of those dots in there. And I can see, I think all of them. Some of them are a little bit hard to see, so I might go over a couple of them, like this one right here. I might just go over this one again and a couple of other ones. Alright, now what I'm going to do is take this plexiglass out from inside of here. So I already unscrewed this, so it should just lift right out, because I think the drill bit will hit some of these in here. Some of these studs probably. I don't want it to hit any of those. Alright, so now that that's emptied out, we can start drilling these out. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to start with a smaller drill bit just to make a little pilot hole there, even though I did make those dimples there. And also because they are still a little bit hard to see. So before I get just sawdust all over the place, that's going to make it even harder to see, I want to put some little holes. So let me go grab a smaller drill bit. Alright, we'll just start with this one here. Alright, so I got that in my drill. So now I'm gonna just go through and just put a little pilot hole in all of these. While I have this little drill bit on here, I think I'm gonna go around and do the same thing with the other two sides, so that we have them all marked and ready to go. So on the left side, we just have this one here, which you probably can't see too well. It's just this one for power here, so I'm going to tape that on. I'll go ahead and mark this one. There, now you can see it. And I'll take this off and drill a pilot hole there. Alright, and now on the right side, the biggest ones are going to go here. You can see that I have, well, no, you can't see. There, now you can. You can see that I have a couple of these circled. So that's, again, because on this side, I'm not going to put all of these here because I don't have enough and I don't need all of them right now. So I'm going to mark all of the ones with the center punch, but then I'm only going to drill the ones that have a circle on because they're the ones that I'll need this year. Okay, so now I'm gonna drill the one farthest to the left, then skip 2, then drill 2, skip 1, and then drill the last one. Alright, so now I think we have all the pilot holes drilled on all the sides. So we'll go ahead and start with these ones in the front, one that there's 16 of. And I'll get my step bit ready and we'll start drilling those all to 1/2 inch. I think that's what size these ones are supposed to be. Yeah, 1/2 inch. So I'm hoping that this plastic drills well with the step bit. I've had it work pretty well, and also sometimes I've had plastic just kind of like melt around it, and then you end up with like kind of like a cone-shaped piece of plastic at the back. But I think it'll work pretty well, so we'll give it a try. That seemed to work pretty well. There is a little bit of a piece inside that we'll have to cut off with just a knife or something. But other than that, it seemed to work pretty well. Before I do too many of these, I should try one of these to make sure it fits. So let me grab one. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Alright, that worked really well. Let me take a quick break to clean up all of this mess on my bench. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to this side that has just one. So I already have these all measured out on my step bit here. So I should be able to just remove this first piece of tape. It was marking the 1/2 inch. And that's a 5/8, which is what we need. Okay, and let me make sure that this one fits also. Yep, that one's a little bit looser. It maybe could have been a size smaller, but it should be fine. And now the ones on this side here, these are the biggest ones. It's just the biggest size that the step bit goes to. So I'll just take this last piece of tape off and I'll just go the whole way up to here. Well, I got it through, but now that step bit seems to be stuck in there. So I'll just take that off, I guess. Well, I might be able to get it out. Let me try a little bit. I don't think that's gonna come out too easily. Wonder how many plastic shavings are in here. Not that many, actually. They all came out all over my bench. Let me try that one. Make sure it fits right. And it does. Fits pretty well. Again, it could be a tiny bit snugger, but I don't think I have a size that would be perfect. So it's pretty good. And I'm gonna see if I can drill through these without the bit going the whole way through, which I doubt it's gonna happen. That's gonna be hard. But I'll see what I can do. And if I have to just take the bit off every time, then that's what I have to do. I almost did it, but it went in. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna come out easy either. Alright, one more. Alright, let me clean up my bench again, and I'll dump the shavings out of this. Alright, now as you can maybe see, I think you can see it, there is some little bits of plastic that kind of came in like this. Like what you'd call a burr on metal, but I guess it's not really a burr if it's just on plastic. So I think I might just go around with a knife quick and try to clean those off. You can buy burr removal tools that's like, it's kind of like a little bent, I don't know how to explain it, it's almost like a little bent rod that has like an edge that's sharpened, and then it swivels, so you basically just put it in like this and you go around, and the blade like kind of follows the edge around and it perfectly cuts that off for you. It'd be really nice to have one of those right now, but I don't have one. Hold on, my camera must have just ran out of battery. Let me check on that real quick. I think that was a fully charged camera battery too. Usually one battery lasts me for a whole stream pretty well. Hopefully this one doesn't die, because this is the last one I have that's charged. Actually, let me put the other one on the charger real quick, just in case this one also dies. think I've got them mostly cleaned up. That took a lot longer than I was hoping for. Some of them are still kind of rough. Alright, I think that's about as good as it's gonna get with just a knife, so let me dump all this out. Alright, now I think we can start putting all these in. But I think what I want to do first is take this lid off. So that way it's a little bit easier to work with. And this hinge here can just be popped out with a screwdriver. There we go. Now it should be a little easier. So I guess I'll start with the 16 here. And that's these little ones here. I'll just dump some of these out. So I need to take each one of these, take the nut off, put the washer on because they come separately, take it through, and then for now I'm just gonna hand tighten these, and I guess I'll try to get them all facing the same way so they look nice. There's a little, I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's like a little mark from where it was molded, like this box right here on all of them. I think I'm just gonna put that at the top so that way they're all facing the same way. Not that it really matters. once I have them all in, I can go through and straighten them up then and tighten the rest of the way. It's gonna be easier or harder if I tip it up like this. Might be easier, and you can see from this side what I'm doing now. I'll try it for a little while. Whoops. And there's the first 10. Have to get some more out of the bag here. second time I almost knocked it over. Right, there's all 16 of them. Let me turn this around and get a little bit of a better look at it. There's definitely some that are a little bit crooked in there. Yeah, not that it really matters, but they're all pretty good. I don't know if there would be a good way to get in there and turn them if I wanted to, because they're all so close together. Like, I don't know how I would even tighten them the rest of the way. Might be able to get on those with a wrench in the back. Okay, I can grab the nut on the back with the wrench, but not super well. Let me try to straighten a couple of these and then I'll just tighten the rest of them down a little bit more. That is really hard to get a wrench in there. I can kind of get it on there, but not super well. I'm not going to be able to get a wrench or pliers or anything on the outside at all. They'll probably just have to be straight enough. Again, it doesn't matter. And they look fine. So I might go through and try to tighten them a little bit, but again, it's going to be hard. wonder if I'd be able to grab them better with a pair of needle nose pliers or not. I won't be able to turn them as well. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. I'm so much better with that. These probably don't have to be tightened down too much. They're not going to be under a lot of water pressure or anything. It's just from rain. But I'll stung them down a little bit. I don't think they're tightening. I think the whole outside's turning on a lot of these. Yeah, they are.
The dreams.
Alright, I think they'll be tight enough. So I'll put this bigger one for the power input on this side. This one should be easy to tighten because it's only one. The wrench doesn't quite get big enough. And then on this side over here, we'll put a few of these on. These have a little flap piece that connects. This is like a lid that unscrews to cover it when you're not using it. And that connects to like a ring back here. And then there's also a separate washer. And I wasn't sure if it would be best to put the washer in farther and then the ring touching the wall, or if it would be the other way. It makes the most sense to me to put the washer touching the rubber washer here touching the wall of the container, but they have them all the other way. And this other thing is really a soft rubber too, so it should seal just as well as the washer. So I think I'll just leave them how they are. And then also on these, I need to make sure that they're turned so that they're straight like that when I put them in. Because these aren't always the ones straight, some of them are like that a little bit. So that is what it looks like when it's on then. And that cap goes on there when it's not in use. And then these have another piece that actually makes it waterproof. So this here is basically like the cable glands on the other cable glands I showed earlier, the ones I just finished putting on. But when this side, so the cable goes through here, and then on this side, instead of screwing directly onto the box, you connect the cable in here, and then you screw this on here, so that makes a waterproof seal there, and then you tighten this up around the cable here. And then when you're not using it, this nice little cap just keeps that nice and closed up so it stays dry in there. If any of you watching at home are not following right now, this would be a great time to hit that little purple follow button. This stream is a little bit more of a boring one, but the next one should be a little bit more exciting because I'm actually going to be starting to put the electronics in it and do some wiring and that kind of thing. So that one should be pretty good. I wouldn't want to miss that one. There's the second one. I spaced these out so that this one here should just barely fit, because I was a little tight on space on this side. I was gonna stack some of them too high, but I was running into this handle here, because I forgot about that when I was designing it, and I can't quite fit too high. It's really close. So I have to do now all 7, well all 4 for now, but eventually if I add all of them, it'll be all 7 in a line here. And they do fit. It's tight, but they'll fit pretty well. This is the last one. Last cable gland of the night, I think, unless I missed some. Nope, this should be the last one. Alright, there we go. You can see these two are a little close together. Down at the bottom, there's like maybe 1 to 1.5 millimeters of space there. So it's about perfect. And if I added these other ones in between, they would all be that close. Alright, so those are all finished. The last thing I want to do before the stream's over is just make sure that the plastic pieces, the mounting plates that I had in here before that I made in the last stream, I want to make sure that they fit. They better still fit in there. I took a look at it and it was a little close on this side, but it should. Alright, let me take this top one off. Let's see if it goes in here. Oh yeah, there's plenty of room. Goes in pretty well. And so on this side, if I put another one here, I think it might, like the nut might go behind this a little bit, but that's okay because it'll fit behind there. And the cable itself should have plenty of room to come out here. And the same with on this side, so that's perfect. And then on the front, this one here is kind of lined up with these two cable glands here. So I'll just have to get a really tight bend on the cables that come out of especially this bottom one. But I think it'll fit. I think we can make it work. And then on this side we got plenty of room. Alright, so let me put the 4 screws back in that holds this in. Oh, other thing that I just remembered that I did between this stream and the last one that I didn't tell you about earlier because I forgot about it, was during the last stream I started to cut down some of these screws so that they fit a little bit better because they were kind of poking out of the bottom, so I wanted to cut them shorter. And I did that. I took them out. Well, they started melting the plastic around it when I was cutting them during the last stream, and I didn't want to take the whole thing out again then. But I did just go ahead and I took the screws out and cut them down the correct way and then put them back in, and now they're a lot better. They still stick out on the other side a little bit. They're gonna, because they're just going through a thin piece of plastic. But they're not pokey and they don't touch the ground. Alright, that plate's back in, nice and secure. And there's the top plate, and I'm not gonna bother to put any nuts or anything on that one because we'll have to take that apart for the next stream to get to the bottom, to put the power supplies in there and all of that. And then once we put the power supplies in and get some wiring done, we can put these nuts back on. And then the lid. And there we go, lid's back on. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Just need some wires coming out of there and then we'll be good to go. Alright, I'm not sure how many streams will be, how many streams this will take, but I know it'll be at least a good 1 or 2 more, and then once this is done... Ooh, I hit that little bit there with the drill bit. Doesn't matter. It's a little scuffed up there, but it doesn't matter. That's just a handle. So I'm not sure how many streams it'll take yet, but I know it'll be at least a couple more, probably 1 or 2 more. And then once this is done, I've got plenty more projects. I actually have to make some of those. Remember the distro boards? Long-range distribution boards, or I forget what I called them. They're called a couple different things, but they're the ones that plug into these two. They're like the little pixel controllers, so you can put out closer to the lights. I have to build 2 of those yet, so they'll be a lot less of a project than this, but I could probably get maybe them both done in 1 stream, or maybe 2, I don't know. And then after that, I have some more Christmas light related stuff to do after that. I can't spoil it too much. But anyway, if you haven't followed yet, you can go ahead and click that follow button so you don't miss all of that, because you're not going to want to miss all of that. So thanks for watching the stream, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to the next one where we get to do the fun part, do all the wiring and everything. And hopefully you're looking forward to it as much as I am. And I'm not sure when that stream will be. It might be Friday, might be Saturday, might be Sunday. Hopefully one of those 3 days. But hopefully you're able to catch that. Alright, so thanks for coming, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.